This week on WestfordCAT News, we learn what 45% of the bus contract means in dollars and cents. We hear from Iverson Gao on how COVID-19 slammed his restaurant he had just poured $1.7 million into. Our resident meteorologist explains what a microburst is.
The winds that were associated with this particular event were quite unusual. In fact, something that we probably haven't seen here in several years in Westford.
Stay tuned. WestfordCAT News is next. Mingquan Zhang was the sole dissenter in a May 18th decision by the school committee to pay Dee Bus Services of Shirley 45% of the school year's contract. School finance director Ingrid Nilsson proposed the offer because the buses have been parked since mid-March when state officials closed schools due to COVID-19. Superintendent Bill Olson urged Zhang to view the payment as an opportunity cost. Here's Olson.
Well, there are districts across the state, Ming Chen, and others who, look at this as somewhat of an opportunity cost in terms of keeping a bus contractor viable, not having them go out of business. I can assure you that if we had to go out to bid next year for another bus contract, whether it's Dee Bus Company or another contractor, we would probably be paying considerably more money because that company is going to hedge its bid based on whether or not they're going to have a full return on their investment.
But Zhang wanted the bus company to make more of a concession.
In a very tough financial situation, to preserve cash is the most important thing, not only for businesses, for families, but also for school districts. So just giving away free cash is a little bit like not very good for our financial reserve. Another thing really I would like to say is that we need to have a cap on the amount of money we give. If, for example, if we decide to give some money away to Dee Bus, I would like to be capped to a certain amount instead of like 45% of the contract value. The other thing really I want is that any money we gave it to Dee Bus, I want some money back for future contracts, because just by like giving money away and then next school year we're in a very tough situation and we have to cut staff, between cutting staff versus like now giving money away to Dee Bus, I would rather preserve the money and then to keep the staff. So really very hard pill for me to swallow to actually give away without anything without anything for the town or for the district.
To watch the entire school committee meeting, visit WestfordCAT.org. And to see the details of the bus contract, visit WestfordCATnews.org. Phase 1 of Governor Charlie Baker's plan to bring the economy back from a total shutdown began this week, but did not include restaurants. Iverson Gao, owner of Karma Japanese and Chinese Fusion Cuisine, expressed some frustration over the circumstances that forced him to close all 3 of his restaurants, as well as another one under construction in Burlington. Gao said he invested $1.7 million in enlarging and updating his Westford space. It was the first restaurant he established and the one to which he feels most connected. The restaurant continues to fill takeout orders, but Gao said that because it's a fine dining restaurant, much of the experience is being missed by his clients. Westford resident Terry Eliason, executive weather producer at WBZ-TV, spoke with WestfordCAT news director Joyce Polino Crane about the high winds on the night of May 15th. The storm reportedly knocked out power to 30,000 Massachusetts homes. Eliason said the high winds were likely a microburst. Here he is via Zoom explaining how a microburst differs from a tornado.
We had a cold front come through, which many times in the spring around here, can certainly spark thunderstorms. It's not abnormal to get a thunderstorm in May, but the winds that were associated with this particular event were quite unusual. In fact, something that we probably haven't seen here in several years in Westford. The National Weather Service did actually do a survey. A lot of times when you have an event that's this extreme and that there's so many trees down, the National Weather Service will, and they're down in Norton, Massachusetts, that's their home base here. They'll go out and do a survey, and they'll not only will they look at for themselves, but they'll check out pictures sent in from various residents around and try to determine what happened. And they did determine that there was a microburst that occurred in Pepperell that night. And a microburst is basically, if you picture a big thunderstorm cloud, it's a burst of wind that comes straight down out of the cloud, hits the ground, and then pushes out in one direction. So it's
shaped like a mushroom with a stem, right?
Something like that. Yeah, exactly right. So whereas with a tornado, you would get a circular sort of wind damage pattern, and you'd see trees spread in all different sort of directions. With a microburst, they're all laying down in the same direction. They're being pushed all in one direction. So, and that was exactly what happened. If you went out and saw any of the tree damage, which I did the following day, they were all laying basically in the same direction. So it was not a tornado, but there was a microburst. It was only officially a microburst in Pepperell, but I would contend that the damage I saw in Westford and Groton probably reached the baseline to call it a microburst here as well.
To watch the entire interview and hear what Eliason and his WBZ weather colleagues are predicting for the summer months, visit WestfordCAT.org. I'm Patty Stalker, and you're watching WestfordCAT News.